Hey everybody, welcome back to Zindy. So if you are new here, we do all kinds of tutorials, specifically usually with acrylic blanks and vinyl, DTF, all of that sort of thing. Not only for the at-home crafter, but if you want to start a business doing this, I'm your girl to help you get started. Okay, so today we are gonna make these 3D shaker ornaments, okay? So I have two sets of them here. So this would be one set. Here is another. The one we're going to do today is a dry shaker, meaning we won't be putting any liquid in there. It'll be only dry items, as we are going to be using a ornament insert that'll go inside like this, and then we will close it with the top like so. So what I'm holding in my hand right here is actually clear acrylic. It just is brown because it has a brown protective paper on it. We use that when we're cutting our shapes, and then also to ship it to you guys so nothing gets scratched or damaged or anything like that. So we're gonna use that brown paper to our advantage, and we're gonna leave it on our items as long as we can while we're putting all of this together. Okay, so this is the 4-inch circle Christmas ornament blank. Now, what you can do with these varies a lot. There are no rules, okay? This is crafting. Use your imagination and don't stress. It's all gonna be okay. So now, this is what we have. So you could do just this piece alone and not add anything else, okay? So when you buy the acrylic blank from us, you're gonna get the acrylic blank and you're gonna get a matching cut file so that you can cut vinyl to match your blank however you would like. Or you can do print and cut, or you can do sublimation, all of those fun things, okay? Now, you could add the shaker piece on top like this. You could add your insert in there, and you can leave it like this. You don't have to cover it. But I am going to be putting snowflakes in here, so I definitely am going to use this top piece, okay? So for this particular one, you're gonna need 2 of the solid pieces, you're gonna need 1 shaker piece, and then you're gonna need your desired insert piece, okay? We have this manger, and then we also have these little cute holiday signs for you to put names of family members, etc. This is a UV DTF of what the image looks like. So like I said, you'll get an SVG when you purchase this. This one actually fits this one. You'll get an SVG when you purchase this, so you can cut this yourself, you can print this yourself, or you can buy it already printed from us and it'll look like this, and then all you'll do is add your names, okay? And then this is the manger. This is a UVDTF of the manger. If you're not sure what UVDTF is, we have a ton of videos in here that explains it, but feel free to ask questions. I'm happy to answer anything that I possibly can, okay? So let's get started. Okay, so first things first, let's go ahead and decorate the back of our acrylic, okay? So I'm just gonna hold these up, line them up, make sure they're all good to go. So that'll be the top, that'll be the middle, and then this will be the back. I'm gonna be adding transparent glitter adhesive to the very back of this so that you will see it through on the other side. So the transparent glitter adhesive vinyl is amazing. It is exactly what it sounds like, transparent glitter adhesive vinyl. It will be brightly colored on one side and like a silvery color on the other. So on the back of this ornament, it'll be this color, but on the other side, it'll be kind of silvery of the color. I don't want to do too dark because this will be over it and you want to be able to see it. Okay, so we're gonna get our transfer tape. I cut this on a silhouette. If you have any trouble cutting your transparent glitter vinyl, you're welcome to message in the comments and I will check my settings and see what I use. All right, so transfer tape, burnish that well. So like I said, this is the back side. and you can see how you can see my fingers through it. And then this is the front side. So the transparent glitter adhesive will be brightly colored on one side and kind of like a silvery color on the other, but you'll still see a tinge of whatever colors on the other side. Unless you're doing gold. If it's gold, then it'll be a gold color on the back side instead of silvery. All right, so we're gonna line that up like so. The file you get with this will already have a piece that has an offset, or it's actually an inset or a negative offset or internal offset. What that means is the cut file will be slightly smaller than the actual blank. So whenever you purchase on Zindy.com, you're gonna get your file and you're gonna see it's gonna have two pieces. One piece is going to be the exact size of the blank and the other will be slightly smaller, and that's the one you want to cut your vinyl with, okay? So there's that. That's the back side. Don't worry that the hole is covered. That's your better option, is just to cover the hole because it's a lot easier to get a clean placement if you just cut through after, okay? So this is a bead reamer. It is amazing for this reason alone. Okay, so you just put that in there, twist it, and basically what you're doing is kind of slightly sanding any of that extra off. Perfect. I'm just using my X-Acto knife to get any pieces that are just chilling in there out. All right, so there you go. That's all good to go. If you're looking for the bead reamer, I do have this listed on our Amazon affiliate link. All the acrylic blanks and the vinyl and the UV DTF and all of that will be on Zindy.com. Okay, so we got that. Now we're gonna turn it over. That's the back side. So back side is complete. If you wanted to use real glitter, you totally could. If you wanted to use resin, you can, all those fun things. But this one, today, we're not using any resin or anything like that, okay? Now, let's go ahead and decorate our insert. So we're gonna be using the UV DTF today to decorate our insert. It looks like this. If you're not familiar with UV DTF, it's amazing. Basically, just the ink transfers. So everywhere that's clear, nothing's gonna transfer. The hard part about UV DTF is it's very permanent. So once you put it on there, you can't lift it and reapply like you can with vinyl. And you you got to be more accurate with placement. So if you're a beginner or a newbie, just be patient with yourself. But vinyl, you can always use the wet method or remove and place it again. But this you won't be able to remove, at least not easily, okay? So we're just gonna look and make sure we have it on the right side. Okay, best way to tell is you're just gonna look at like these little hay pieces and make sure it matches the blank. So that's perfect. One thing to be aware about the inserts is this bottom right here. We're gonna go all the way up to the edge. The reason being is this is gonna sit right there and I don't want a big gap, you know, between the bottom and this, okay? But you're gonna have an offset around the rest of the image, but not along the bottom, okay? So let's go ahead and take this off. Be careful, these are a little bit delicate, especially where the star is. And just kind of be in the habit to not touch your acrylic if you can, just because the oil's in your hands. If you're using resin, it'll repel your resin. If you're using vinyl or anything adhesive, any oils in your hands or anything like that could make it not stick properly or give you bubbles. All that fun stuff. Like, look how beautiful this is. No bubbles. Isn't that nice? Sometimes that's just luck. Okay. So this is the UV DTF. It looks like this. So when you peel it back, you're gonna have two pieces. You want your, this one's like, makes noise. This one's like really soft and quiet. Okay, you don't want it to stick to this. You want it to stick to this side, which you don't naturally want to, but you can always burnish your decal real well before you remove it, just to make sure. All right, and no pressure at all. So I'm kind of using the star to help me line it up. All right, perfect. Now when you're applying, this goes with vinyl, with anything. You put your image on there, put your squeegee in the middle, go up, same middle, go down, okay? It's better to not start like at the bottom and go all the way up, or at the top and go all the way down. You have a higher chance of bubbles that way. So go to the middle, up, go to the bottom, the middle, down, okay? Now, we are going to slowly take this off. Now, there we go. So our UV DTF is applied. There you go, so you can see it. I have a little bit of overhang on the bottom, but that's okay. I'm just going to take my X-Acto and just get that removed. Perfect. A little bit more right here. All right. So there we go. The cool thing about UV DTF, you see that varnish layer? It's amazing. You'll notice with cheaper UV DTFs, they won't be this bubbly and shiny because it costs more to print UV DTF with a lot of varnish on it, and a lot of people or companies will lower their varnish level a ton to save on cost, but you don't get that same cool effect. So that's something to be aware of, okay? Now, this is done. Let's go ahead and add our shaker piece to this, and then we will put this inside. All right, now to connect these pieces, we are gonna be using Weld on number 4. This stuff is amazing, but it is not amazing to open the bottle. It's a pain in the butt. Okay, let me show you what it looks like. And I don't know the proper way to do this. I just did it my way. So I basically took a, what do you call that? Ice pick and a little mallet and made a hole here and made a hole here. Okay, this stuff evaporates so fast. So fast. So the smaller hole you can make, the better. And then I use this syringe. I put it in there, tilt the can, fill this syringe up, and then that hole is just so that it has air so it doesn't get stuck. Okay? And then you want to close it immediately, okay? Because it will evaporate. I've had this can for quite a while and I still have a lot in there. But I also don't have big holes on the top for it to be able to evaporate. If you do have like a big cutout hole, put like a rubber gasket, like a rubber glove, just something under your lid just to help it to not evaporate. Any air you can stop, the better. Okay. Then what I do is after I fill up the syringe partially, I put it in this tiny needle nose bottle, okay? You want the smallest gauge. I have these listed in my Amazon affiliate link. So you want the smallest gauge, that's the one we're gonna use because this stuff is very thin. It comes out very quickly. So the smaller the gauge, the better, okay? And I don't fill it up a lot at all because literally whatever I fill it up to a couple days later is gonna be evaporated, even when it's closed, okay? So don't waste your stuff. You know, nobody likes to waste anything, especially right now. We are not wasting any money or any things. Okay, so here's our back piece. Let's go ahead and take off this protective paper. And now you can see what the transparent glitter looks like on the other side. And it looks like real glitter. It's amazing. So if you're not a fan of real glitter, but you want that glitter look, transparent glitter vinyl will be your best friend. Or if you're just in a time crunch, it's amazing. You don't have to wait for it to dry, anything like that. All right, now we're gonna take our shaker piece. We're gonna remove the paper on one side. We're gonna place that where it needs to go. All right, and now we are going to take our needle nose bottle with our Weld on it. Now, this stuff will set, like you have about a minute, 30 seconds to a minute to work on this. And then it's gonna, you're gonna start to feel it, like attach. And then after like 3 minutes, you definitely can't move it. It's more like 2 minutes. I would say 2 to 3 minutes, you can't move it. And then after like 72 hours, like that thing ain't going nowhere. It basically fuses the acrylic pieces together, but it's amazing and it's a lot less messier than UV resin. Okay, so you see my tiny little needle nose bottle. What I'm gonna do is just go around. You don't have to squeeze it. It comes out very quickly, very easily, okay? And I'm just holding it in place, making sure that hole is lined up. And then pushing it down. So this is the part where you're just making sure it's lined up. And then applying some pressure. Perfect. And I don't think I have much right here, so I'm just gonna go back around and let that dry, okay? And that's it. That's how easy it is. This also works for liquid shakers. So if you're going to do liquid shakers, you can also use this Weld on. You just want to make sure that you don't miss any spots. In the dry shakers, it's not as important because you don't have anything that's going to leak out. But for the liquid shakers, you just want to make sure you really have all of the areas. So I'm going to just cover this because literally it likes to leave. If you were going to do, say for this one, whenever you buy the UV DTF from us, it'll look like this. And then what you can do is you can go back and you can add the names. You can use a permanent marker or you can actually cut vinyl to fit on the signs. If you need to figure out what size you need your vinyl, all you have to do is open the cut file that comes with your insert. And then you can just type your names on top of the sign and then you know they are the right size. All right, so we're gonna let that sit for a second and then we're gonna go ahead and attach this piece. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is remove this. The UV DTF is white on the back. So if you want it to not be white on the back, like if you were needing the back to be a different color, I would recommend cutting vinyl, black vinyl, Oracle 651, as it's the same color on both sides, so you can get black on both sides. For us, it doesn't matter, as we have glitter on the back. You won't really see it, but if you want it to, that would be a solution. Okay, now, what we're gonna do is basically the same thing, but we're just gonna put a little bit of this Weld on behind the white part. You don't have to have it all covered. This isn't gonna be going through like Manger anything. You just want it to attach. So we're gonna put this on here and we're gonna line up that star with the whole of our acrylic, okay? And then we're just gonna push down. All right, so that is attached. Let's go ahead and remove this so you can kind of get a better idea of what it looks like right now. It's really beautiful. Okay, so here's that. You could totally leave it like this if you want it. Like you could not put the shaker piece and you could just put the insert and the bag piece and leave it like that. There's so many options for this and there really is no right or wrong way. This is actually really pretty. If you have Christmas lights behind it, you would see the silhouette. So you have a ton a ton of options. What we are going to be doing today is I found the cutest little snowflakes. They look like this. They're from Amazon, and I have them linked in our affiliate link, and they're metal. Can you hear them? Yeah, isn't that cool? So they're metal, tiny little metal snowflakes, and they're very detailed. So I figured I would do a few of those in here. Because I don't really want to put any more glitter with it having a glitter background. I don't want to put anything that's going to take away from the silhouette of the manger or anything like that. So let me zoom in so you can really see what we're doing. All right. So all I'm doing, like, look at these. Like, can you hear them? It's so amazing. The little things, guys. Okay. So, can you see it? Where is it? Here we go. It's gonna get it. Yeah. Like, look how cute that is. Okay. So, we're just going to... Yep. Okay. I will use you. It has asked politely. All right. Like, look how cute. Okay. I'm probably gonna do 3 to 5 of each shape. Okay, so we got some of those. I think this is my favorite one. So I'm gonna do 5 of those. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. I think it's so cute that they're like different shapes. Gives it a lot of character. All right. That one's kind of bent. I'm not gonna use that one. All right, perfect. All right, so got our snowflakes on here. Let's go ahead and remove this backing. I think another thing that would be really pretty in these are those little micro beads. I think micro beads would look amazing in this ornament. Okay, so what we're gonna do is take our weld on again, and we're just going to put some around here. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then we're gonna take our top, line it up, and apply some pressure. Perfect. All right, so that is done, besides whatever ribbon or whatever we add to it. So, and I just added on the site. I wish I had them right now, but I don't, because I literally just designed them last night. But it's basically a drapey acrylic bow that you can attach on top, and it will make it like have like a little 3-dimensional acrylic bow on there, and it's really pretty. I'll have to show y'all that in another one. So here we go. We got our little snowflakes. Our manger is so cute. Let me get a ribbon and we can add a little finishing touch on this. What we're gonna do is add a little hanging ribbon first to attach it to the tree. So I just made a loop. We're gonna get a lighter, heat seal the back of that. I always do that backwards, other way. So I'm gonna go from the back because I don't want the knot to be the part you see. All right, so we have that. And then we're gonna take this and we're gonna tie a bow. Let me pull this down. There we go. All right, now it's the right way. Slide those in there. Don't worry about what your bow looks like until you start tightening it, because it's gonna look like a hot mess until you start tightening and putting it in the right location. Perfect. All right, now we're going to cut that. Cute. All right. We're gonna heat seal this real quick. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. You just don't want it to fray. And there we go. Cutest little manger shaker ornament. So I hope that helps you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Again, if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate. Feel free. Oh my goodness. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to message. Feel free to message us anytime. Our website is zindy.com. If you go on the website and you look in the bottom right-hand corner, we have a chat box there, and we can help you with anything that you're looking for, from custom acrylics to custom DTF, UV DTF, literally everything, custom flatbed printing, all of that stuff. So thanks again, and I will see you next time. Bye.